Good afternoon. I'm Laurie Moore of Larry's Autoworks, and on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View and the Women in Business Committee, we'd like to welcome you to the 18th Annual Athena Award Luncheon presented by the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View Women in Business Program, together with Kaiser Permanente, Google, Santa Clara Valley Water District, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital, and El Camino Hospital. Today we have some special guests that I'd like to introduce, and that includes Sally Lieber. I believe she is supposed to be here if she's not here already. Okay. Mayor Margaret Abe Koga. Thank you. Councilmember Mike Kasperzak. I believe Tom Means. And I just saw our city manager walk in, Kevin Duggan. Also, the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View Board of Directors, our chair, Leanne Rouse from Helwing's Auto Repair. Julie Conde from Hotel Avante, past chair. Not yet. Sherry Sager, Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. Okay. Erin Brennock, Synopsis. Being shy. Doreen Dens, California Bank and Trust. Pat Richards, Nova Connect. Geraldine Mateo, Alain Pinnell. And Ken Rosenberg of Morgan Stanley. Tommy, I did say Tom. You did? I did. Okay. We'd also like to recognize our very special guest here today, which is this year's award recipient, Pamela Martello from Foothill Disposal. And we have many past Athena Award recipients here that have joined us in chronological order. Nancy G., 1991. Nancy No, 1998. Martha Maris, 2000. Susan Hamilton, 2001. Me, 2004. Not sure if Angela made it, Angela McConnell. No, she thought she was going to. And Erin Brennock, 2008. We would like to thank the following offices for the beautiful certificates for Pamela, and they come from Assemblyman Paul Fong, Senator Barbara Boxer, Marcia Adler representing the Santa Clara County Board of Supervisors, and Liz Niss, and the City of Mountain View Mayor Margaret Abe Koga. So at this time, I would like to thank our sponsors. They are a very vital element in the continuation of the Women in Business Athena Award program, though we would like to recognize and thank them for generously contributing to today's luncheon and for helping to provide our award. And the primary sponsors are Google, Kaiser Permanente, Santa Clara Valley Water District, El Camino Hospital, and Lucille Packard Children's Hospital. At this point, I would like to introduce Oscar Garcia, President and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View. Oscar.
Good afternoon, everyone. Also, I'd like to acknowledge another board member that's here, Dr. Maurice Geisels. So, round of applause. Yeah. Thank you. So, well, you know, in addition to having the Women in Business Luncheon to recognize an outstanding businesswoman of the year, we also do a very philanthropic, very charitable program, and that is we have our Women in Business Scholarship Program. And just a little bit of background, in May of every year, the Chamber the Chamber's Women in Business program hosts a scholarship luncheon where at least two $1,500 scholarships are presented to Mountain View area students continuing their educational pursuits. We honor the most improved high school student and an outstanding Foothill College student participating in the Pass the Torch Leadership Tutoring Program or the Career Path Exploration Program. And these funds are raised throughout the year. Now also, to help us raise some additional funds, we do have some tickets that are available during lunch. They're $10 for 2 tickets or 5 tickets for $20. So if you could please help us out in raising some funds for scholarships, and especially the way the education cuts are going, you know, a lot of these students are needing some extra help this year. So why don't go ahead and eat, and then we'll continue with the program shortly. Thank you, everyone.
To bring into focus the many outstanding professional and business women in our community and to incorporate them into leadership positions within the chamber. And she did this. She walked into the chamber and realized that there was only one woman on the board and said, we need to look at better ways to recognize women and raise them up and put them in positions of leadership. Her initial action, based on the concept seeking to achieve a balance in the faces and the voices of leadership, gave rise to Athena International. Think about Rosa Parks, who from the authenticity of her core refused once again to go to the back of the bus. Consider Mother Teresa, who expressed her leadership by the touch of her hand, by the healing of her voice, by the power of her presence, always giving hope. These are but 2 examples, albeit great examples, of women's ways of leading that have changed the world. Martha's small, seemingly insignificant action was based upon a concept seeking to achieve a balance in the faces and voices of leadership, which gave rise to Athena International. This concept led to the idea of acknowledging and honoring these quiet leaders, mostly women, whose efforts were adding immensely to the fabric of their communities, while they remained unacknowledged and not visible as leaders. The Athena Award was created to raise up one outstanding role model each year in a community to put a familiar face and voice to the idea of leader. After 2.5 decades of fierce advocacy on behalf of women leaders, Athena celebrates the global reach as this message resonates around the world. The Athena Award is presented to a woman or man who is honored for professional excellence, community service, and for actively assisting women in their attainment of professional excellence and leadership skills. The symbol of this award, the dynamic goddess of Greek mythology, Athena, was chosen as the symbol of this award because of as the daughter of Zeus, Athena embodies the virtues of courage, wisdom, and strength, all qualities that today's women, as well as men, must have to succeed in the business world. The sculpture, this bronze award, which is very heavy, by the way, is an abstract sculpture of a woman with uplifted arms holding a crystal prism. The marble base represents the solid foundation upon which all success is built. The artist who designed the award, Linda Ackley, said it chose a surface with a lot of texture, likening it to the life of a successful woman. The cut crystal prism is the focal point of the form, and it symbolizes the multifaceted nature of women and their ability to shed light on the community. From every angle, the award is a celebration of achievement and reaching out to others. We now have a few people that would like to share some remarks. And so, Oscar, if you would come to the front.
Yeah, the Athena Award, Outstanding Business Woman Leadership. You know, it is definitely an honor for me to be here. Quite frankly, it's the first time that I've spoken with regards to recognizing an outstanding woman. You know, as a country, we've come a long way in recognizing the rights of women, but certainly we got a long ways to go as well. This last election with Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama, you know, making some headway. Again, you know, proud to be part of this country, but like I said, you know, let's not forget that we still have a long ways to go. But certainly, Pamela Martello, when I first met her, I was met her while she was still at the board president of the chamber, and when I was interviewing for the position, she was one of the persons that I reached down to to talk to her, basically to pick her brain about the position. The reason I did that is because one is a lot of people out there in the community have a lot of respect for what Pam has done, and certainly also my personal interaction with her, seeing her consistency, her integrity, her leadership. And to me, leadership is about influence. It's not about what position you hold or what title, but really what kind of influence do you have in your community. And so I just want to thank you, Pam, again, for just giving me the advice and the words to listen, helping me in the interview process. Vista Marty once said that the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. And the Athena Award, that's one of the things that, as I was understanding more about what we recognize, I realized that we recognize someone that across the board, not just in the business or corporate world or just community work, but really across the board, someone that transcends and is transparent in what they do behind closed doors or out in the community, as well as their involvement. Pamela Martello, for example, has been involved with the Friends of Stevens Creek Trail, the Mountain View Police Activities League, the Mountain View Education Foundation, Community Services Agency, and of course now is a general manager with Foothill Disposal. But in addition to that, you oftentimes see her just volunteering, whether it's at the Art and Wine Festival or being someone that other leaders or other folks in the community go to for some advice or mentorship. And it was just, again, congratulations on your recognition, and thank you for being just a great example to all of us and many other people that you don't even know you've influenced, but through your work you are influencing them. So thank you.
I'm going to be nice, Pam. It's killing me, but I'm going to be nice. So thank you all for coming. And I was so excited when I heard Pam was the Athena winner, because it made just so much sense. We all know her and love her, and just all the attributes of being a leader in our community and a great businesswoman. That's Pam. So I was super excited, and then I had no idea that meant that I had to introduce you. I mean, I forgot the legacy. I was really thinking, who are the best people that really should be up here who've known Pam the longest through the chamber, and that's Debbie and Carol. But what we forgot was that, Pam, you have roasted both of them significantly at their going away events. So when they both left the chamber, so I can at least still kiss up to you. I'm trying to still be really, really nice. And so we're not going to let these two come up here and their say. But it is actually, I'm trying. But it is, it's a huge honor to me, and I respect you so much, so I'm thrilled. And we see how much passion and dedication Pam has, not only to what she does in the community, but the people that she surrounds herself with, and the inspiration that she is to all of us. And I think through her career, one of the Athena values is demonstrating your business excellence, and we see that in her career, as Oscar mentioned, as the general manager since 2001 at Foothill Disposal. But I thought the interesting thing is that you do manage in your career really large-scale operations and customer service as well. So I think that shows through your people skills, your leadership skills. And I thought it was fascinating that in your beginning in your career in Michigan, you worked for 2 armored car companies. Where were you going for? There was another Athena value that Oscar touched on, because if you, it's the service to the community and the chamber. And if you really seriously saw this bio and this list of how involved she is in this community, you'd be here till happy hour, which I'm happy to slowly go through. But so I won't list all, because Oscar, you touched on most of the highlights. But at Synopsis, where I work, we have this saying about people like Pam, that it's the overachiever syndrome. We have plenty of those at our company. And and that's case in point of all the organizations you've participated in. But not only does she give her time, but you always are going to have a fun time with Pam. So I think we know that, and it's a given, and that's why we enjoy spending time with you. So for being on the board with Red Cross, the Mountain View Library Foundation, I'll jump down here, because my favorite there's something written here, and I have to get this right, and I don't know who wrote it, but it was under your awards and recognition. I don't know if this is recognition or I would say penance, I don't know yet, but it says, with the Chamber of Commerce of Mountain View, you had the longest tenure as chair, immediate chair, and immediate past chair. So you know, you've always stepped up and participated when you needed to, and carried the torch, and she just wouldn't say no, and that's another overachiever attribute. But you know, lastly, the one thing I do want to say about Pam, and this is something if you get to know her and Michael, she's a wonderful partner to him, and you both have this wonderful partnership that we get to share. And if you spend any time with her, you know how much she loves her sons, Scott and Jason, most of the time. They're brilliant. But they're both Michael and Pam are very generous with their time, and you see it if you ever go to their home. They open up their home to community, for social events, for community events, and they, again, this overachieving thing, they have completely transformed this house. You go in and she says, oh, I'm doing a little bathroom project, and the whole entire bathroom is down to studs. And I call my handyman to hang a mirror. Seriously, he's coming in to hang a big mirror, and they're, you know, whittling woodwork and they're throwing in stone, and I'm convinced she goes to the quarry and picks out the stone and grinds it. I don't know how it works, but it's just simply amazing. So it's, you know, I think their house and those type of things really demonstrate, you know, Pam's commitment to doing things and seeing them all the way through, and just the excellence and the beauty. And I have to add in one thing for Doris. I know the house is on the market, but she said, don't worry, because she's going to rent it for $100 a month. She'll help you. And she'll stay here for as long as you want, so you can move on. She's offered her services up to you. But, you know, so I just wanted to wrap it up, and we want to hear from Pam, not from me. But you have so much passion in what you do, and you're such a good friend to so many people, and your laughter is what I think carries us through, and you know, life has its serious moments, but you make it that much more fun. So thank you.
I'd really like to thank everyone for coming here today to celebrate the contributions and accomplishments of all women. I learned of this honor actually a few weeks ago when Laurie Moore and Oscar Garcia and the rest of the gang came to my office to surprise me and tell me that I just received the Athena Award. Ask Laurie, was I surprised? I'm very surprised, really shocked. They surprised me. Laurie actually scared me. She was the only one in the group that I recognized. Oh my God, what the hell is she doing here? And they had to kind of get off the beaten path to find my office. Yes, it's kind of like at the end of nowhere. It really is a crash. In accepting this award, I know that I'm just this year's recipient, and that the award is more about the seemingly endless number of generous and talented people who make Mountain View Mountain View. Many may never receive this award, but they continue to make sacrifices and show a commitment to this community, which makes Mountain View, in my estimation, one of the best places to live, work, and raise a family. My personal experience began with the city when I moved to the Bay Area from Michigan in 1997. And yes, I still have a slight accent. Back in Michigan, though, I was involved with so many different aspects of my kids' lives. Their schools, sports, my work, friends. I was part of a community, and I know that I took that for granted. And I didn't realize how much I missed it. I started working for Foothill in 2001. These are my friends from Ray Mercado has to come up here. They called and asked if there was anyone from Foothill Disposal that could speak on my behalf. And I gave him Ray's name, and when I went back to the office and told him, he said, hell no. Speak, I'm not going. But when I started in 2001, I really didn't know anything about the city. Little did I know what an impact it would have on my life. So there I was, new to a job, And with some distractions along the way, I went from managing armored cars, see, you brought that up, to managing trash trucks. Really, the only difference is we locked one of them. Back in 2001, the city was going through a tough time, and one of the questions I was asked by fellow trash people and stuff was, what's happening with their mayor? I remember thinking, why are you asking me? I can barely figure out how to get to City Hall, let alone what's happening with the mayor. I knew, though, that I had to bring myself up to speed about Mountain View, and I had to do it quickly, but I struggled with how to go about doing it. So my first introduction was to the Chamber of Commerce. At first, I couldn't find the building. I drove back to Castro Street looking. Finally, in desperation, I called and said, where the hell are you? Remember, we didn't have nav systems back then. Yes, we all know the lovely and charming, cheerful Doris. She answered the phone and she met me at the front door. She was quite knowledgeable, actually mouthy, which is one of her reasons. But she answered all of my questions and pointed me in the right direction and basically just sent me on my merry way. Not long after meeting Doris, though, I got a call from Debbie Dia. You will recall she was the COO at the time. She called to invite me to have lunch with her and Carol Olson, the CEO at the time. I could not believe that they wanted to have lunch with me. In fact, I was sure that they had me mistaken or that they had somebody else in mind. It was not me. At least somebody that could get to City Hall. We had lunch, and through Debbie and Carol, I got my introduction to Mountain View. Little did I realize what this would really mean. My life was about to be turned upside down. I would end up meeting some of the best friends of my life, and I would once again be part of the community. As I've said, anybody that knows anything about Mountain View knows what a great community it really is. The Athena Award may mean different things to different people, but for me, it's making the community better through service, through volunteering, and for finding the time to make contributions toward the greater good. Mountain View always appears to have a never-ending supply of these people, and hopefully we'll never take that for granted. I think Oscar Garcia is the new chair or CEO of our chamber, exemplifies that principle. Many of us first met Oscar as a man with a bright smile and an approachable manner. He's a family man, thoughtful, and a creative thinker. He epitomizes what is good about the community and represents a solid stake in our future. Thank you, Oscar. Likewise, there's so many others in this room. Actually, it'd be easier to name the few who don't contribute. I'm kidding, really. Casper's In closing, I remain in awe of so many people in this room and so many who are not here. But I really want to thank my friends, Debbie Villa and Carol Olson, for showing me in ways which I could add something of value. Thanks to my sons, Jason and Scott, who, as Erin said, they certainly know how to push my buttons. On a daily basis, make me want to be a better person. And thank you to Michael Martello, my husband, and there's quite a story there, but I won't bore you guys with it. So, we'll just go back to that. I also want to thank my friends at the City of Mountain View who have made my life in this community so much richer. Now I'm going to take it back. Alice Byrne, Laurie, you are in the room, Joan Jenkins, thank you guys so much. And a special thank you to our city manager, Kevin Duncan. You just do an amazing job with this city. And if we behave, we can probably control Kevin into leading us in song in just a few minutes.
Alice will do it.
He's got to be able to do something.
Is there an opportunity for
begin to tell you how much fun I've had here at Mountain View and how much this means to me. I'm truly honored to receive this award. Still shocked, but honored. This is a testament to how welcoming and warm Mountain View really is. And it's not just for me, it's for many, many others. This truly is our community, and it is so much fun. I've just had a blast here. So thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Rania. I'm here on behalf of Senator Erin Brennock. I'm Community State Senator. For those of you who don't know, she represents Mountain View, Sunnydale, Santa Clara, San Jose, and Illinois. It's an honor for me to be here today to present this resolution to you tonight. It's because of your enthusiasm, dedication, and successful leadership that you are being honored today. On behalf of Senator Alquist and Assemblymember Paul Fong, this is a joint resolution. I'd like to congratulate you and commend you for a legacy of community involvement and civic concern that will long inspire the citizens of the local community and beyond.
Don't go away, because we also have in here from, this is actually from Liz and this as well. Really beautiful. And then, oh, okay, there's from Paul Fong as well. And then from a local town hero, Mayor Margaret Abicota. Mayor Abicota, come up and we'll take a picture.
Photo op.
They said she wasn't going to speak very long. Either one of you guys pulled it off really nicely. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us today for this very special occasion. On behalf of the Chamber of Commerce Mountain View, together with past Athena Award winners, who, by the way, please meet us afterwards for a photo op, group portrait. We'd like to recognize the women of the Women in Business Committee who were responsible for planning today's luncheon, Dr. Lisa Devlin, Maria, Ray, for a board meeting, Barbara Navin, King, Sylvia Barton, Bella, sorry, Laurie's not a woman, but without Dave Stevens, our Chamber Program and Events Manager, we would really be kind of messed up. So, Dave. We'd also like to extend our thanks to Carol Farabelli and all the wonderful staff here at Michael's at Shoreline for the great lunch.